is up, Bills Mafia? We have 197 days to go until the Buffalo Bills win Super Bowl 57, and this channel is documenting every single day leading up to that amazing moment with a video. Well, a little scuffle broke out at training camp today, and it was between two players that you might not expect, and it's kind of an interesting little twist to our camp and the stories coming out of it. Josh Allen gets into it with Jordan Phillips. This is interesting to me. Here, watch the video here. I'm not sure exactly what Jordan did to Josh that Josh didn't like, or maybe Josh did something to Jordan that Jordan didn't like and it started the whole thing. I don't know, but a scuffle breaks out. It was not a small little, shoving match. It got into a bit of a scrum, actually. And very interesting. Now, the first disturbing thing for me on this video here is that whoever shot it in portrait mode. How do people not know, after all this time with video cameras, to not shoot video like this, but to turn your camera and shoot it like this, so you get some spectacular video when something like this happens? If you're out there and you have a cell phone and you're shooting video of anything, turn your camera like this and then record. I'm over that now. Let's go on to the little scuffle. So what does this mean? And of course, most scuffles that break out in training camp, you're just like, well, whatever. The guys just get heated. But it's usually between, an offensive player and a defensive player. Well, this was an offensive player and a defensive player. But what I mean is like a receiver or a running back or a linebacker and a defensive back, something like that. Something of that nature. A lot of times it's a fight that breaks out between kind of a second teamer, maybe an unsigned, an undrafted free agent. The people involved, the players involved, oftentimes aren't of the caliber of Jordan Phillips and Josh Allen. And here's a thought that came across my mind, and it's possible that players see Josh Allen's ascension and they don't like it as much. We're all human and we see people that are making it better than us, and they tend to get a little bit of an attitude about the player. I'm just throwing this out there. And if that's the case in any way, that has to be squashed right away. And this is the part of this whole little silly scrum that broke out today that's important to me. Josh Allen really needs to take the lead on this and make sure everybody knows, and specifically Jordan Phillips knows, that there's no hard feelings. It's just, the way it goes. And then move forward, take this little incident and make something good out of it, right? Because again, guys are going to get heated. It's going to happen. But we cannot have any division in the locker room, because Jordan Phillips is a popular player too. I saw him in an interview yesterday, and he doesn't seem to be like the most personable guy. He seems to be a little bit more reserved. He's all about business. He doesn't really look like he's the type that really is out to make friends, okay? Where, of course, Josh Allen is the opposite. He just wants to be friends with everybody. Anyway, so where am I going? I'm kind of getting lost in my own thoughts here. What I have to see, or what I don't want to see is, I know where I was going. I don't want to see one Josh Allen click over here with the players that are like Josh Allen, and then you get the segment of the locker room where they're kind of like, well, we like Josh, but he's not necessarily my type of person to hang out with. And, you don't want that to come into the locker room, because you see that on other teams where there is actually like a civil war going on inside the locker room between two camps of attitudes and personalities and expectations. This has to be one unit of symbiosis, of perfect yin and yang, where everything works together for good. And this little incident here is going to tell us, I think, what we might expect from this team when it comes to that. Very important. My opinion is Josh Allen needs to get out in front of this, if he hasn't already, and make sure that he makes it clear that Jordan Phillips is an important part of this team, and this has to be something that quickly turns into something good, period.
That's all I have to say about that.
I might put out another video later. I'm not sure. I'm getting this one out early because I saw this happen. Finally, once again, if you're shooting video, turn your damn phone like this. See you tomorrow or later. Whatever.